Yo, what's going on, guys? So, today in this video, it is gonna be, I guess, a re upload of another video. Not exactly the same video that I'm re uploading. That's not what I mean by re upload. I'm like, obviously, because this isn't some kind of voiceover for some kind of like re upload of the video I did like almost a week ago, where I was talking about Scream 7 rumors, like about Courtney Cox returning for Scream 7. I don't I don't know, because like a few of you watched it, and I don't know who else got the notification for it and saw it, and then probably is gonna watch this video and or maybe watch it or see the title, right, and then assume that I'm just doing the same video, and like it's like a re-upload. But this isn't a re-upload. This is me doing that video over again, talking about the same subjects in this video. So yeah, pretty much I'm having to do it again because of audio issues that I had in that video about the Scream 7 rumors of Courtney Cox returning and filming in December, all that. I'm having to talk about this again in this video because when I talked about it in my other Scream 7 video, the audio was acting up, so I deleted the video. And yeah, I'm basically going to be talking about those same subjects again in this video because of that. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, we're just going to dive right into this. So the first rumor that I want to talk about was that basically there were some rumors that Scream 7 was going to be filming in December. There was I heard some of those rumors that Scream 7 was going to film in December of 2024. And yeah, I really don't know if that's the case, if that's going to happen, if that's just but because obviously they're just rumors. But I mean, if Scream 7 does start filming in December, then by then we should be getting news and more information and articles and all that stuff coming out by then. So if that really does happen, I could probably speculate that would happen, right? If filming does start in December, then I could possibly just assume that they're gonna come out with more information for Scream 7. But I really don't know when obviously they're gonna actually film Scream 7, because there's really haven't been much information about this movie. It's been delayed, and it's been like a whole bunch of just lack of information that has came out about Scream 7, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, there's really not much I can go off of this rumor. In my opinion, I honestly think Scream 7 is going to film probably in 2025. Like January or like February. Maybe I would say like January 2025, they're going to start filming Scream 7. And then Scream 7 will come out in like, I don't know, October 2025, somewhere around there. That's my prediction. That's my like theory. But yeah, that's basically what I am theorizing. I don't think they're gonna film Scream 7 in December 2024. I really don't think there's gonna be any filming or any information about Scream 7 anymore for 2024. I think that information that we got that I talked about like not that long ago about Nev making those Halloween comparisons and talking about like her return, and well, not her return, but like her being excited about her returning, and like this was like a month and a half ago that I made this video. It was it was basically about Nev making some kind of comments about a Halloween 2018 comparison, and you guys can go watch it yourselves after this video if you want to. But anyways, yeah, so there hasn't been like much information about Scream 7 ever since then, with that video that I came out with. And so it's like, I really don't think we're gonna get any more Scream 7 information for the rest of this year. I think this is just gonna be it. No more filming. No more. There isn't gonna be no filming and no information, in my opinion, that's gonna come out for Scream 7 the rest of this 2024 year. That's just me. But then there's another rumor about Courtney Cox returning for Scream 7. Apparently, that she's already been signed on, and she's like, um, she's joined the film. She's gonna be a part of Scream 7. She's gonna be in it. Um, and like I said in my deleted version of this video, I basically said that, like, you know, if this happens, if Gail, because obviously this rumor is just a rumor, but like, if Gail does end up returning for Scream 7, right? Then I basically said that in my deleted version of this video, I basically said that, I want Gail to die in the opening scene of Scream 7. That's basically what I said. And I still, in this version that, of this video that isn't deleted, I'm uploading today after I'm done recording it right now. But I basically feel the same way still a week later. Like, I still feel like Gail should die in the opening scene of Scream 7, because I just feel like, Scream 7, it needs stakes. And what better way to start off with the stakes than in the very beginning, the opening scene, right? Like, Gail, she gets killed off, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, this is just crazy, right? Now, of course, I don't want her to die in some kind of like cheap way, right? But like, I'm just saying that I wouldn't mind her dying in the opening scene, just in general, and that's honestly my want for Scream 7, is for Gail to die in the opening scene. I feel like she's already done everything at this point in this franchise. Like, we've had her character for so long. She's like been around since the beginning and has had crazy character development, from going from this mean reporter to being nice, and then mean again in Scream 6, and then at the end of Scream 6 she becomes nice again, and it's like, she's had good character development, right, throughout all these movies, and it's great and all, and I like her character. I love Courtney Cox's her portrayal of the Gale character. I like it, but I just feel like there's not really, there's no need for her anymore. I feel like we've already done everything, and it's like, whatever. Like, we should just kill her off for the opening scene of Scream 7, get rid of her, and that'll bring the stakes for Scream 7. That's how you'll get Sydney just like on high alert of Ghostface, and like, not like, have her just be like, you can have her be happy, right? Like, she doesn't have to find out Gail died immediately, like, as soon as we see her character pop up on the screen. But like, we can have like maybe, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes of just Nev's character Sydney being happy, and then maybe like around the 30-minute mark of the movie, we can have, the information come out that Gail has died, and then, Sydney becomes paranoid and all on high alert because she knows it's Ghostface and she sees it all over the news. And yeah, like, that's a good way to introduce like Sydney's character, and like, to raise the stakes for Scream 7. So it's like, that's what I want, for Gail to die in the opening scene. That's my want, and it is possible it could happen. So, yeah, those are like my theories. But as far as like those are my theories and my wants. But like, as far as the rumor about Courtney Cox being already signed on to Scream 7, yeah, yeah, like those were just some of the rumors I had heard. Um, I mean, it is, who knows, maybe it is possible, not the rumors itself, but just her being already signed on to Scream 7 and the information hasn't come out about it. Like that is possible. Um, but it's like, just the rumors in general, like those are just some of the rumors I heard about Courtney Cox about she's already signed on and whatnot. And, maybe it is true. Maybe she is signed on and maybe she's already a part of Scream 7. And yeah, I mean that, who knows. But like I also said in my deleted version of this video that if Kirby were to die, right, for Scream 7, I don't want it to happen in the beginning like with Gale. I instead want it to happen at the end of Scream 7 because I feel like at the end or like close to the end, like somewhere around there, I would want Kirby's character to die, you know, and honestly I do want her character to die, but not like because I feel like that would be even more stakes, right? Like two characters, that are like very well known and loved by the fans, like that would raise the stakes twice as much as Scream 5 did, because Scream 5, all they really did was just, they raised the stakes, right? They killed Dewey, but that was really it. I mean, like, some people would probably say, oh, but they killed Judy as well. Like, she was, like, you know, a legacy character or whatever. But, I mean, I don't know, though. Like, Judy was never really, like, in Scream 4, she was kind of like a side character, right? She wasn't, like, she wasn't, like one of the main characters along with Sydney and Dewey and Gale, in Scream 4. She was always kind of just like a side character, and even in Scream 5 she was still like kind of like a side character. So it's like it's not really stakes for me for Judy's character in Scream 5 to get killed off. It's not really stakes for me that her character got killed off in Scream 7 because of that. So yeah, like Scream 5, really the only stakes in that film, for a kill scene was Dewey. That was really it. So in Scream 7, like how you could have twice the stakes with not just Gale, but like Kirby too. And like, yeah, that would just be crazy. But I don't want Kirby to die in the beginning though, like with Gale, because I do think that we still do need more character development for her character. Um, because like I don't really. Here's the thing, in Scream 6, I liked some moments of Kirby's character, and I think just the acting wise, right, that Hayden Panettiere gave for Kirby, it was great, and I think that there were some good moments with Kirby's character, but I just felt like she just was kind of there, like for the like she was just there, she didn't really do anything. She wasn't really like helpful as an FBI agent, and she, there wasn't really anything to her at all for Scream 7. It was kind of just like they brought her back for the sake of it, and that was just it. And I'm not trying to be like harsh or anything, but that's just like, because I think, like I said, I think Hayden Panettiere, her performance as Kirby was great. Her returning for Scream 6 and her performance was still great. And, obviously the character had matured and, had grown up and is now more serious and like sort of like a mentor, how she was to Tara and like, just how helpful and like friendly she tried to be, right, towards the core four. Like I liked that part of her character. I liked that she was like more brave and like more mature, but I just felt like as a character she just didn't have much to do in Scream 6, you know? And I'm not being harsh towards the writers either. They made that was, they still have time to improve on that. That's just sort of, just my critique of, just some of the writing. I just felt like they could have done more with her. So for Scream 7, I want them to do more with Kirby's character, have her be more helpful as an FBI agent, have her, you know, have her have more like just like funny moments, like how she like in Scream 4, right? Like she was like just this funny, goofy character. Um, you can still have her be mature and like more serious and brave, like as a character, but like and helpful, right? But like you don't. I kind of want like a half and half thing of Kirby, right? Like have her Scream 6 personality where she was like more serious and brave and mature, and like tried to be more helpful. Um, and then have the other half of her personality be her Scream 4 personality, where she was just like goofy and funny and like, was talking about horror movies. And like, I kind of wanted more of that in Scream 6. Well, maybe not at first, but like now looking back, I do. And so I want them to do that for Scream 7. Give her, give Kirby a half and half personality of just a serious, mature character, but also a goofy horror movie loving character as well. And just have her have more story along, have her be one of the main characters along with Sydney, right? um and all that stuff, so like that's just what I want, right? Like have her be one of the main characters along with Sydney. Like a big part of her is focused on her and her story, and like give her some character development. I want more for Kirby for in Scream 7. And then like towards the end, like I said, you can kill her off, raise the stakes twice as much, but Gail already dying in the opening scene, like how I wanted for Scream 7, and like that's it. So like those are just my wants and my theories for Scream 7. Um and yeah, so let me know what you guys think about all the things I said in this video. If you um if you agree or disagree. But also hold on, because now I'm trying to think of a few things. Hold on. Hold on. Also, for Scream 7, I don't want them going back to Hollywood. I don't want that. All right? I don't want Scream 7 going back to Hollywood. I don't want like just some like, because like with Scream 6, honestly, I really don't have that much critiques for that film. Like I have a couple critiques, sure. Um but like overall, I mean, I think Scream 6 was a great film. And it was just, but like I just um for Scream 7, like, well, with Scream 6, like at the end, they had the motive that was similar to Scream 2's revenge motive with Mrs. Loomis. And you know I was fine with that, right? I was okay with that. But with Scream 7, I want them to be as original as can be. Like you can have some kind of references to Scream 3, right? And some kind of homages. Um, they can have that stuff, right? You can have references, you can have homages to Scream 3. But I really don't want any like motives or um that are similar to Scream 3, and I don't want the setting to be like Scream 3 with Hollywood, and I don't want the character to be like Roman, where he's like a lost long brother or like some kind of family member like Joe and Roman, and I don't want them to be like be going after Sydney because they're like jealous, or because they're trying to get revenge on her, or because of something to do with Marine. Or I just don't want any of that having to do with Scream 7, because that's been done so many times with Sydney's character, and just in general in this franchise. Like we've had so many of the same stuff over and over again. And in some aspects with it, I'm fine with it. But I just felt like with Scream 7, I really want them to be original in every way possible. I do. You know, I I don't want any similar motives to Scream 3. I don't want any similar characters to Scream 3. I don't want any similar settings to Scream 3. None of that. I want Scream 7 to just be original. Have an original setting, have original motives, original killers, and that's it. You know, that's all I want. So that's what I have to say there. As far as my wants for Scream 7, um, and my don't wants as well. And in my last video, I talked about like radio silence, not being actually a part of Scream 7, like plenty of people thought they were, including me. Like plenty of people thought that radio silence were involved with Scream 7 as executive producers, you know, but they weren't. In my last video, I talked about that, and, you know, I proved that. It came from a reliable source, Entertainment Weekly. Um, so yeah, in my last video, I talked about Radio Silence not actually being in Scream 7, even as executive producers, because plenty of people, including me, thought that Scream 7, the Radio Silence weren't going to be a part of it as only directors. But plenty of us thought that, at least they would be involved as executive producers, because that was what plenty of like articles were saying. But even Radio Silence confirmed, like in April of 2024 of this year, they themselves confirmed that they're not even involved in Scream 7, even as executive producers. They're not involved at all. Not as directors, not as executive producers either. Not in any way, shape, or form are Radio Silence involved. So, they're just not involved. They never were, because they were filming their Abigail film, and they were too busy to be involved with Scream 7 in any way. So basically what it was that Spyglass, Gary Barber, put Radio Silence. They gave them the credit title of being executive producers. It's not like they did it with like Radio Silence. Radio Silence is like approval, right? No, like Gary Barber, the owner of Spyglass, he basically put Radio Silence's name as executive producers just for the sake of it, not because Radio Silence is actually executive producers for Scream 7. So that's basically what it was. Gary Barber just did that for the sake of it. Well, not really for the sake of it, really just to make himself look like a good person, because he was, not wanting to get backlash from people, for moving on without Radio Silence with Scream 7, because he was too impatient to wait for their schedules to be, cleared and be done with Abigail. So that's really what it was. That's why Gary Barber, the owner of Spyglass, did that, because he wanted to make himself look good by putting their name as executive producers, even though they're not actually executive producers. But he wanted people to think that they were, so that way he could look like a good person even though he moved on without Radio Silence, right? For Scream 7. So that's what it was. He just didn't want to get backlash for moving on without them. So he put their name as executive producers. And, I'm basically just repeating that from my last video, only because, like, I don't know, I just felt like that was interesting, because, like, I just didn't even know about that, for all these months. Like, literally, that information came out in April 2024, and I barely found out about it, like, 3 days ago. And then yesterday, I made a video about it. And, like, so I'm still, like, just surprised by that, of me barely finding this out a couple of days ago. So that's why I'm talking about it again, because that's just, like, so I'm still surprised by it. But anyways, yeah, Scream 7, Um, like I said, there just hasn't been, any information as that much information this year about Scream 7. So I can't really, make a whole bunch of videos about anything, because all we really do is get information here and there throughout this year. That's all we've really gotten, and then that's it. Really, it's just been mostly rumors that we've gotten this whole year, and that's it for Scream 7. And there's actually another rumor that I heard about Scream 7 that I'm actually gonna make tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, guys. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.